Hey guys, Noel here, and it is Saturday night. And while wifey and baby are asleep, I thought it would be fun to do a video for the YouTube channel. And we will be talking about mass media in this video, but we won't be playing video games. One of my favorite things to watch are idyllic sitcoms from the mid to late 20th century, particularly in the 1980s. And contrary to what people like Noam Chomsky would say, where he says that these types of shows are insidious propaganda following the Mohawk Valley formula designed to dampen the revolutionary spirit of the working class, I would beg to differ and say that these shows actually are a reflection of the aspirations of the working class, thus giving them comfort and hope and a reflection of a future way of life that they could achieve. So I tend to see the glass half full, and as someone who is, definitely had to deal with economic hardship at all points of my life at various times, I can definitely appreciate shows like this. But enough about that. This particular show is called Second Chance, and the premise of it is something like this. Keel Martin, who was known for his acting in Hill Street Blues, plays a character named Charles Russell, who is neither good enough for heaven or hell. Gaddafi here does get sent to hell. That is something that happens in this TV show. And incidentally, this is happening in 2011, the actual year that Gaddafi died, and they're pretty close on the month, too. So, interesting stuff happening right here. Darn near prophetic. And it's actually interesting how you can watch old media and see how they predict things in the future. They're pretty close on the Trump presidency in this show, too. They think Travolta is going to be the president. But with Reagan being the president in the 1980s, having a media personality president, and seeing how that would play out in the future, considering the cultural trajectory maintains itself, you can be pretty spot on about future events. Anyway, I stumbled across this show just watching various opening credits compilations on YouTube. And YouTube is great for lost media because you can find things from all over the world and things that have been forgotten to time. And this show is definitely one of them. This show, Second Chance, was one of the very first shows that was on the Fox TV network. And it sadly, in this premise, only lasted 9 episodes. The show itself went on for 21 episodes because it was retooled halfway through to become a show called Boys Will Be Boys, which I think really watered down the plot and got rid of the 2 best actors in the show. But nevertheless, quality stuff here. And I want to talk a little bit more about it because I found something very interesting online. There is a website that goes by the name of historicimages.com, and just doing some searches about this show, I stumbled across something that for not a whole lot of money on Amazon, I was able to get a very cool artifact here. Let's actually check it out. This right here is an authentic cast photo of the cast of Second Chance. And how do I know that this is authentic? Well, it actually includes the 1987 sticker on the back of this that Fox would include to send to all kinds of press to tell them about the show when they advertise it. So right here it says Second Chance, the cast of Fox Broadcasting Company's new primetime comedy series. Saturdays 9 to 9:30 p.m. New York time. Joseph Marr on top, he plays St. Peter. Middle row to the left is William Gallo, he plays Booch. Keel Martin plays Charles Time. Matthew Perry plays the same character, except his real name is Charles Russell. Matthew Perry from Friends is who I'm talking about here. Randy Heller, and the bottom center is Damian Slade. Let's take a look at some of the plot here.
Live my life over knowing what I know now. Yes, everybody says that. Well, it's too late now. Gotcha. Well, here goes nothing.
Now, incidentally, you can find most of the 9 episodes of Second Chance on YouTube. However, there are a couple episodes that I cannot find, and I believe those episodes are 4 and 5. So, if anyone can come across those or point me in the direction of those, I would be happy to upload those myself. If you can tell me where to find them.
If you were music, you'd be Barry Manilow.
So, funny thing about this show is that half of it is Sunday school material, and the other half of it is kind of cutting 80s humor. So, jokes about Muammar Gaddafi, jokes about Tammy Faye Baker, jokes about Barry Manilow. Very interesting to have a show on Fox, which early on kind of prided itself on being, the channel that had like 21 Jump Street and Married with Children, and now you have a show that a good chunk of it takes place in heaven and is fairly wholesome, and the actual plot itself is fairly existential. It's something right out of Kierkegaard, basically. Your self is confronting itself in its quest for an eternal destination. So basically, how these episodes tend to work is that the older Charles advises Chaz, which is the younger Charles, to avoid all these mistakes in the past that he wishes he never made, that, in the grand scheme of things, are preventing him from obtaining heaven. Now, if you are a Christian, particularly focusing on the evangelical theology, you would argue strongly against heaven being about good works. But for the sake of this sitcom, it lends itself well to the premise. So, there we have that. I miss this genre very much, and I feel like the increase of shows that really emphasize willful nihilism, that really took root in the mid to late 1990s, have really had a negative social effect on people by giving them nothing to strive toward. So let's listen to the awesome opening credits as we wrap up this video. The person who uploaded this, their tape skipped. If you watch the end of it, Charles and St. Peter kind of appear in the background of the couch and happily nod at each other. I highly recommend this show. This is one of my favorite sitcoms, and I watch a lot of sitcoms, so I am so happy that I was able to find this. And let's just take another good look at the quality of this picture and the authenticity of this amazing historical artifact here. So we've got something new to put in the game room, and we got to keep this in really good shape. This is fantastic stuff, and I'm super happy to have it, and I'm super happy to make a random video about it. So there we have it, an authentic cast photo from the short-lived 1987 sitcom that helped launch Matthew Perry's career. Second Chance. Very, very good stuff. So, until next time, guys, my name is Noel. You take care and stay tuned for more fun videos. Bye-bye.